We are animals. In the modern day, we don't use our animal nature as much, but if you want to honor those roots, then you should pay attention to these 3 movement patterns. As humans, we have diverse abilities, meaning we can do a lot of things. We can run, swim, climb, crawl, jump, we can throw, we can manipulate objects with our hands, and we can critically think with our minds. We've evolved to do a lot of movement, but unfortunately, with all the time that we spend on technology these days, we don't use it. We think that if you spend a little bit of time each year doing these 3 movement patterns, then you'll feel really good and you'll honor that animal nature inside you.
Isn't it funny that how we learn to move as babies can become more challenging as an adult? Take crawling, for example. It quite literally connects the arms to the torso, the shoulders to the hips, and the feet to the core. It's something we did in our earlier stages of development. So if you practice it regularly, it will keep your body feeling youthful. You can look at most of human movement and see that it's crawling patterns. Running is a crawling pattern. Jumping up on top of something, a layup in basketball, throwing a ball, it's everywhere. You can look to nature and see that most animals use crawling patterns, and there's such a wide variety. So practicing many different crawls can be really valuable. We like to start everyone off with 3 basic crawls: the cat crawl, the monkey traverse, and the frog hop. And if you master these basic crawls, you can move on to more complex ones like these. And check out our Primal movement playlist for many more crawls. If you look at highly athletic activities like wrestling or jujitsu or parkour or swimming, these crawling patterns that we just talked about are already baked into the training, and this isn't by accident. There's so many ways to crawl, so get your hands on the ground more. Crawl to become more healthy, crawl to embrace your inner animal, crawl to enjoy crawling.
Jumping makes us very dynamic creatures. We can explode off of the ground into the air in a variety of different ways. But first, let's start with the most basic jump, which is running. Running is essentially a series of small hops and landings. So from the light jog to the full out sprint, we are rhythmically pushing the ground away beneath our feet to become stronger and more conditioned. The 2-foot jump is great for building power in your legs. If your knees are cranky at all, make sure to jump up to a platform. That takes away the impactful force. Even jumping on something as low as a curb can be very, very good for you. And you can even work on your jumping technique without leaving the ground with a push press. And if you feel good, challenge yourself with jumping higher, jumping longer, and jumping with more accuracy. Work on being quick, using rhythm, and coordinating your arms with the jump. The legs do the brunt work, but the arms guide your jump. There's tons of different ways to jump. It really doesn't matter what you do, but keeping your legs powerful and springy will help you age gracefully, help you maintain a certain degree of athleticism, and it'll help you be more human.
No. Oh, no. Let me handle the big jumps. Some think we came from trees. Our ability to walk upright and brachiate from our arms makes us very unique. And yet, from sitting and inactivity, most of us have lost the ability to even hang from a bar, let alone swing on monkey bars. Climbing can have more of a power focus, like doing muscle ups on rings or bars. You're essentially climbing on top of something. However, we also find it really valuable to incorporate just climbing on things in general. You can climb a tree, a wall, a boulder, but whatever it is, remember that climbing doesn't have to just be an upper body endeavor. It's actually more like crawling, where we're trying to integrate the upper body to and with the lower body. Hanging and climbing can do wonders for the health of your shoulders and your whole body. Step 1 is to just start with hanging from something, a bar, a branch, whatever you have available. Step 2 is to start integrating moving the hands. You can swing from monkey bars or just switch hands. Step 3 is to take it into the wild. Go out, find a tree, a playground, a boulder, and monkey around on it. Have some fun.
Okay, So I know this may be an unpopular opinion, but I think if we maintained and improved the ability to do these 3 movement patterns, there'd really be less of a reason for stretching, for specific strength, and corrective exercises. I know that I wish I would have prioritized these from the beginning.
A few weeks ago, we put out a video about the only 3 things you need to do to stay strong, and that's push, pull, and squat. If you look at the movements we showed today, if you did those regularly, you wouldn't even need to practice those as much because they're incorporated into the movements. They're natural, they're athletic.
So push-ups become crawls. We progress our pull-up strength into actually climbing something. And we take that strength that we're gaining from squats and we turn it into the more dynamic jump. Strength is awesome. We all need it, but using that strength in the real world is what makes us human.
Guys, if you could pick a 4th movement to add to the list, which one would you pick? Comment below.
Make sure you like this video, subscribe to Strength Side, and as always,